A new mysterious player has recently claimed the #1 ranked spot on Street Fighter 6 CFN ranking leaderboard and is currently terrorizing the players in Japan. But this time things are a little bit suspicious and different. You see, we're no strangers to seeing unorthodox and unexpected people taking the #1 ranked spot on that leaderboard. We've seen instances where players like Hibiki the Beast, the #1 Lily player in the world, taking the first place spot with his Lily, which is not discredit to Hibiki's skill for it being surprising. Just Lily is a really low tier character. You just don't see many high level representatives with that character placing that high on the CFN leaderboard. We've also seen players like Akutagawa with his Manon taking the #1 ranked spot, crossing the 2400 threshold in MR, and taking the #1 title for some time with Manon in Japan. Also an unorthodox character to be doing it that big, so it's pretty surprising to see these guys at the top one of the leaderboard. But this time things are a little bit different, and it's a little bit of a different mystery with the #1 ranked player. You see, Hi Fight here posted recently, Nagoya-kun, the mysterious player who reached rank 1 with Sagat yesterday. This is a mystery because people do not know who this player is, and not only are they currently ranked #1 on CFN, they're doing it in style. So here is Nagoya-kun going up with his Sagat against Tachikawa, another really high level competitive player in Burnout, trying to fight back here. Nice confirm on the target combo, gets their drive gauge back, baits out the level 3, and what's happening? The unnecessary damage here, unnecessary emotional damage, I should say. Purposely scaling your combo with the perfect parry timing on the parry to get the most stylish and arguably the most psychologically optimal combo possible. Just to break down so people understand who might not be familiar with what's going on in this exact instance. When Nagoya-kun is perfect parrying this level 3, they're specifically timing the parry within 2 frames of when the level 3 occurs. The optimal thing to do here is also the easier thing to do. All you have to do is simply hold the parry button and you will always parry the super and you get an unscaled full damage combo punish. When you perform the perfect parry, you're sending a message. You're saying, I can perfectly time this parry and I have that sort of reflexive timing. But also, it's going to scale your combo, do half as much damage because perfect parries scale your combo. So this is just a stylish play here from Nagoya-kun to send a message. And look at the drive rush conversion on this, using all the awkward juggle properties and extended juggles that you get from drive rush back heavy punch with Sagat, showing a supreme awareness of the character. So that's the kind of dominant win that sets off a little bit of alarm bells that you might be dealing with a special player here. Hi Fight also highlights their CFN. They play Sagat mainly, but also Blanca, Akuma, Ryu, and Jamie, Blas or Mena RD. So those have become the #1 suspects here. Yeah, it's mostly Sagat, but all these characters, they're in the wheelhouse of both of those high-level players. Nagoya-kun also went up against Yas, high-level Ryu from Japan, and had this exchange with him in Battle Lounge. Hey, thank you. Are you Japanese? Nagoya-kun. Of course. Yas, are you Blas? Why do you asking that? Because you are so strong. Thanks. So playing a little bit coy here with the accusations. And of course, with the main 2 suspects here of who this player could be terrorizing the players in Japan, either Mena RD or potentially Blas, there's good reason to suspect either one of these players. Both of these players have the skill to reach #1 on the CFN leaderboard, of course, with Mena RD being the EVA Japan 2-times champion and the EVA Las Vegas champion. Then, of course, Blas with his 2nd place finishes at Capcom Cup, Esports World Cup, and EVO France. These are 2 of the strongest players to do it so far and have these characters in their wheelhouse. And Mena RD himself has a history of heading over to Japan specifically to train and then beating kind of the crap out of the best players there. In one of his recent appearances in Japan when training for Street Fighter League USA, he went over there and had major set victories over pretty much the entirety of the top player base in Japan, and then went back to Street Fighter League USA to also take that title. And Blas himself has been learning Blanca. Blas actually was kind of thwarted from his domination in Street Fighter League USA by Mena RD. Mena actually had a really solid record against him at Street Fighter League USA. And since that moment, we saw footage all over YouTube of Blas picking up Blanca, and he definitely plays Ryu. That's what he's known for before. He's been cooking with Sagat, and also does have a nasty Jamie, which he took to Evo Vegas this past year, and I got to play against his Jamie myself personally, even though he doesn't play him as much recently. So the mystery of who this player is carries on, but they go on to try to style on more top players. Here is Nagoya-kun going up against Sahara, who is currently arguably the best player out of Japan right now. Drive rush pressure in the corner. Level 2. Perfect parry again. I'm telling you, you got to understand the perfect parries here are specifically designed to be a little bit BM, to kind of style on the opponents. He ends up dropping this combo. You can see the risk of it. Goes for the fancy drive rush back heavy punch extension. Drops it. Gets himself burnt out in the corner. It's okay. He has wake up OD DP, but it shows the flair that Nagoya-kun is bringing to the table here. And High Fight here has another highlight of Nagoya-kun going up against Zhen, you know, top 6 at Evo Zhen. Wake up DI against the attempted OD head stomp to burn out his Sagat there. Gets the DI there, Trey jab, jumps back, reads the OD cycle for the chip, and calls it out with the heavy punch DP. Supreme awareness to stop the attempted burnout sequence and to stop the attempted chip as well. But here we have maybe the smoking gun and most damning evidence to conclude that Nagoya-kun is probably Blas. We have his Sagat here going up against Mai, and you can see the technique that Blas popularized himself here. The first fan comes out, immediate jab to dissipate the fan into towards heavy kick into full combo punish. Ignore all the 5 FPS in the clip, but this is a Blas specialty. A Blas specialty that he debuted at Street Fighter League USA in his match up against Xiao Hai. Xiao Hai is the player who won Esports World Cup and defeated Blas in that set by switching over to Mai, and he didn't really have an option for Mai, playing both Ryu and then Ken to get really close to winning that tournament actually. And in Street Fighter League USA, he brought out the Sagat and specifically had this tech of clearing the fans with his jab and using the far range towards heavy kick to get the punish counter, a Blas specialty, and by far the most damning evidence to conclude that this is probably Blas cooking in Japan. He also had a great video on his YouTube channel highlighting a set between him and Nagoya-kun, aka Blas, and here are a few really interesting and cool highlights from that set. You should check out his full YouTube video though if you want to see the rest of these. So let's see the high-level plays that Nagoya-kun, the #1 ranked player in the world right now, terrorizing Japan, can bring to us. He's got to counter any one of these throws any minute now. Show us the best Street Fighter tech possible. Show us the high-level strategies, and oh, never mind. I guess even the #1 ranked players online get throw looped to death as well. Okay, next highlight. There is some high-level action here from Blas. Nice little parry drive rush OS into a kind of Blas-specific combo. So this is a short and sweet little clip, but I like to highlight this. If you don't know what's happening here, the tech employed in this instance is he's going to attempt to parry the donkey kick. He sees the startup of the donkey kick occurring right here, and what you do as the defensive player is you press parry with the goal to get a perfect parry timing. If the parry whiffs, because the move whiffs, you just input drive rush anyways, and that allows you to chase behind the recovery of the donkey kick and get the jab punish. And then of course, you know, Blas always puts a little bit of extra style on his combo conversion, stopping the Tiger Nexus short to get the jab DP combo conversion. Maybe optimal for meter gain, but definitely optimal to add a little bit of style to his combo conversions. And one last highlight here from this set, I just find this sequence to be really satisfying. Gets the combo conversion into the corner, gets the jab confirmed to the OD fireball into a level 2 combo pickup, back heavy punch Tiger knee to DP, has Oki in the corner. And look at the single hit confirm on the stand medium to back heavy punch optimal conversion to the OD fireball juggle into the OD Tiger knee. And then look at the corner control and watch this right here. What a whiff punish. He's just kicking thin air with that, but like just the perfect corner control with Sagat's crazy ranged limbs at the end. I just find this sequence to be extremely satisfying. The combo conversions, the single hit confirm from the stand medium to the back heavy punch, and the whip punish. Nagoya-kun has got some serious skill. That's all I got for this video. Just a fun little event happening over in Street Fighter in Japan. It's clearly Blas heading to Japan to train for his next competition or next tournament. And it's fun to see a lot of the top level Japanese players kind of come together to figure out who is this top ranked #1 player beating all of our asses. So just a fun little video. Hopefully you enjoyed those highlights, and well, let me know what you think. Do you actually think it could be someone else other than Blaz? Is it you? Are you secretly the #1 ranked player in the world? Let me know in the comments. Peace.